So here's something really interesting that I learned not too long ago, and that is when we take a deep breath in, we're preparing our body for what is to come. We're making sure we have enough air in our lungs so that, like, for example, if we're going to be underwater for very long, that we'll have enough air to sustain us. But taking in a breath is kind of a defensive pose because something is about to happen that we need to be prepared for. When we exhale, things tend to be okay. We know we can relax now. We can allow that breath to escape us because things are going to be okay. Now, I tell you that for this reason, because one of the things that I often mention, something that God has made meaningful to me, is this idea of taking a deep breath and a holy pause. And right now, I just feel like, you notice this when something heavy hits you, it seems like then something else heavy just kind of stacks on top of it until you're just underneath a bunch of heavy stuff. It's kind of like when I was in college, they did something called a buc-buc. And that is, if they caught somebody laying in their bed with the door open, a lot of times the guys in the dorm would all jump on top of him, one on top of the other, and stack you underneath that. And it was kind of, usually the guy on the bed, though, had the easiest place because the springs kind of cushioned him, whereas the guys on top of him were getting squished in the buc-buc. It's kind of, heavy stuff falls on us, and we can just feel, and I'm feeling that right now, and I was reminding myself I need a deep breath, holy pause, but it's also important for me to realize not only do I breathe in the Spirit of God to prepare myself for what's ahead, a part of that deep breath is breathing out. I know it's going to be okay. I can trust the Father. I can put it all in His hands. And so may God bless you today with the ability to take a deep breath, holy pause moment, to not just breathe in, but to be able to breathe out and relax and know no matter how heavy it feels in this moment, God is present. God is with us, and He holds all things in His hands. He holds us together. May it be so in the name of Jesus.